Hey guys, it's me Kiana and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my Queen of Shadows book talk. This is book 4 in the Throne of Glass series, and this is my new favorite book. So for those who don't know, I'll quickly give you a little synopsis of book 1. And it's about a girl. This series follows a girl named Selena Sabadorian, and she was, as they said, Adrenaline's best assassin. She was trained by Abraham, I don't know how you pronounce his name, the king of assassins. And when she was 17 years old, she was thrown into Endeavor, which is a slave camp in Adrenaline. And a year later, she was taken out by Crown Prince Dorian, and he told her, if you compete in my father's, trials and you win in 4 to 5 years, you will have your freedom and a clean slate. So she agrees. She wins. And basically, in Crown of Midnight, she had to go through she got a name from the king every time. She had to kill the person, bring their head along with like a ring that said, they're dead. And Hairfire, she is sent by Chaol to Wendelin to kill the crown prince and the king of Wendelin. But she meets her great aunt, Maeve, and she learns more history why her mother never wanted her to meet them. And in Queen of Shadows, she's back in Adrenaline now. She finds Chaol, and that's when she finds out that Dorian has been taken. He now has the collar on his neck, and that her cousin Adian is alive. And she basically helps Chaol and the rebels to free Adian, and then they come up with this plan to free Dorian. But in order to do that, she has to go to her old master and get the third and final word mark from him, which was a necklace that came from, her family, as she is the rightful queen of Teresin and all of that. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. For those who don't know how I do my book reviews, I do my rating, my favorite character, least favorite character, and what I recommended, along with the synopsis. I've done the rating, I'm almost done with the synopsis. So after she gets the help from Aber, whatever, she has to bring him one of the flags, and she does. And so the only reason he wanted the flag, was to see how it works, but also to take the ring and then put it on Selena. What other people don't understand was that she gave him a fake ring, while the other ring, they had already taken it off. If he had looked in the other hand, he would have noticed one of his fingers was missing. My favorite character in this series was Manon Blackbeak, along with Dorian. So for the reason for Manon was, she's my favorite witch. In the beginning, she is a bitch, but towards the end, she meets Elodie, which grew up with Selena and Adian, and she finds out that, Elodie is a witch. She's part of their group, and she tells her, does your blood run blue or does it run red? And Elodie, I don't know how to say her name. She chooses that her blood runs the same as those of the witches, and she takes her underneath her wing to basically protect her. But towards the end, she does what's best for her. We learn a lot of her backstory for a lot of her other witches. And, like her best friend Astrid, how Astrid had a baby, but, the matron, which is Manon's grandmother, took the baby away and shit like that. Now let's get to Dorian. Dorian was trapped. They tried everything. They brought up Sorcha, who he loved. They brought up Selena. They brought up everybody. But the moment that the king says that he killed Chaol, he came back. And he was like, excuse me? What'd you say? That is the true bromance that everybody loves, that I saw. And I was just like, my heart is broken. And that was the moment I really sat there and I was reading it and I was like, yeah, what was missing was his best friend in the entire world. Like, once he heard that he snapped the collar off, he became strong, and then he used his powers on his father, and we found out that his father was really trapped by one of the Black Princes, and that just all he needed was to hear that his best friend was threatened, and boom, he came back. So let's get to my least favorite characters in this. This is gonna go right here. I have two. Lorcan and Chaol. Lorcan used to work with Rowan for Queen Maeve. And basically Lorcan was given the job to find Aileen and Rowan and basically, I think, bring them back to Queen Maeve. He gave the beast Rowan's scent so that when they went to go free Dorian, those beasts went after Aedion and Rowan. So, you know, screw you. He couldn't grow up. He was upset that, you know, Rowan left, that he chose a person he loves. I forgot what they were, Corcan? I think that's the word. But okay. Now let's go on to Chaol, who I had an issue with and then felt bad towards the end about. So in the beginning, he blames Selena and says that the only reason he sent her to Wendelin was to get support from Gavin, which was the crown prince. And he was upset with her that she didn't bring any, like, you know, backup, and he had basically blamed everything that had happened on his fault. Aileen goes back and says, well, this is all your fault because you ran away. You didn't help your best friend. You didn't help a guy that you became really, really close to. So this isn't my fault. She was like, this is your fault. And I have to say, towards the end, like in the middle, towards the end, he admitted that he knew he was wrong for everything that he says. He knew that he shouldn't have ran away. He should have stood and helped his best friend and, you know, the cousin of the girl that he was in love with. And that's why in the beginning, he was my least favorite. But towards the end, he grew up, which I appreciate. He gets an A for that. Now, would I recommend this? Hell yes. The series is now finally starting to pick up. They're going to go to Teresin. They're finally going to, like, you know, get the court back. I am so terrified to learn what happens. And it took me 2 freaking years to finally get to where I'm at now. And let's just say, I don't regret it one bit. I do take my time, as everybody knows, with reading it. So let's now go to the tabbing. Yellow was sarcasm, light purple was world history, dark purple was friendship moments, orange is Selena's history, pink is flirting / love moments, blue is sad moments, green is fae info, and then red was quotes. I tabbed a lot. But that is all for today's, you know, Queen of Shadows book talk. I'll be leaving here 2 videos. I honestly feel like you guys should go check out, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye guys.